What is up? What is going on? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. And if you were watching some playoff baseball, you had a good game yesterday. To be honest with you, I was a little annoyed that Milwaukee, it looked like Milwaukee was going to win. They just don't seem to be the better team. They seem to do all the little things, which at the end actually isn't the case. But for the most part, they were pitching really well. The hitting was I mean, they didn't have Christian Yelich. It just seemed like the Nationals was just, player-wise, just a much better team. It's just they weren't doing anything. The relievers were doing a really good job from Milwaukee. And, of course, I almost wish I could have bet money, because everyone, they just want to get it to Hader. Hader this and Hader that. Oh, he was the shutdown guy. Like, you knew something was going to happen. And it's not like they destroyed him. It was a couple of walks, a dink, hit. And then Soto did what he did, and they just did a terrible job of fielding the right fielder. And that was that. And they didn't come up with anything because they really, I don't know. They just, So, if you have any Juan Sotos, I would suggest, and you want to sell them, I would suggest posting them today immediately, because people are going to be looking for Juan Soto because they're all happy that he got the game-winning hit. So just, like I said, when you're watching these games, take a look and see. If you have some of the cards of the major players, and try to get them out there if they do anything good. Yeah. So, really not much with regards to football. Well, at least with me anyway. At least with the Jets. Surprised that the 49ers are doing so well. They're still undefeated. Look what happens when you get a quarterback. Things happen. And so I don't know if there's anybody big to be investing in. I know Breida, Breida, is the running back for them, but I wouldn't throw any money at it. You know what? If it's cheap enough, you could try to get his autograph. Garoppolo, I'm sure his cards have been going up steadily. And so, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm meandering here. It was a tough night last night. Another tough night. So I'm a little tired. And, I really need to start focusing back on selling. Whenever I get on a good selling kick, I do stuff. If I was ever consistent with this, I might do some damage, but I don't. So I have some Juan Sotos that I think I should move, so I'm going to post those bad boys up. I still have some Heritage Minor League. They were $42 on Topps.com. They sold out pretty quickly within the day. I was going to buy a couple of boxes, 2 or 3 boxes, but and it might have been a smart play, but I have too many things that I'm holding long. And I guess maybe that's something I can talk about. Within your budget, within the money that you have, you should allocate some money with regards to a long-term, I shouldn't say long-term, but a couple of months wait. For example, if you're buying basketball cards now, you're not looking to sell until maybe the middle end of the basketball season. Or if the player that you're looking at is doing really well. Or you think he's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you think it's going to take a couple of years. So if you do too much of that, like I think I have, you don't have any money to play around with now unless you enter, new money. You bring more money, and that could be a recipe for disaster, because you could just go, well, I'm just going to keep adding money. I want to buy stuff. I want to buy it. That's it. I don't care. I would try, if you're doing this for flips and investment, try to keep within your budget and try to not veer off too much. If it's a great deal that you want to flip and you need extra money, that's one thing. If it's a box of cards that you just want to buy because you want to open up, that's a different beast. Don't do it. That's where I get caught up a lot of times. I'll go get a blaster or a box of cards, and there is no rhyme or reason for why I want it. I just want it, and I want to get it, open it up, and flip the stuff that I get. If I don't get anything, well, oh well, and we move right along. And that's not what you should be doing if you're looking to flip. You should be buying individual cards. If you buy boxes to hold and sell for next year, again, that's a good strategy. But just realize that you're not going to have money to use now. Again, unless you just go, screw it, I'm just going to start adding a bunch of money and I don't care. I, on the other hand, want to work within my budget, which I sometimes don't do a good job of, and try to say, hey, if I make money off of this, keep on rolling that money and trying to build it, so then I can buy something to hold for, a longer term, a portion of it. Because right now I'm in like Flynn with Mitchell Robinson, and I don't know if that is a flip for even this year. Unless he starts bowling out and scores 30 points and 10 rebounds and is a beast. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. But also Sam Darnold I have, and he is a semi. And to me, waiting a couple of months to then post a card is a decent wait to just have money not doing anything. If you're buying stuff to flip right away, you buy a good deal, flip it right away, that's, creating cash flow. I ain't creating no cash flow. That's for sure. A little bit. I am a little bit whenever I post the cards. I just need to be more diligent about it. I think the minor leagues that I opened up, I probably could flip and make a couple of bucks. I just have to push it, getting everything, organizing it, and posting it and getting it out of there, which I didn't do so well with the 2019 Heritage high number blaster cases. I made my money back, and I made a little bit already, and now it's just the rest. And I got to get rid of the rest, and what's the best way to do it? By teams and things like that, but I have to actually do it. I haven't done it yet, which is ridiculous. But that's what happens when, not laziness, but just other priorities come into play. And that's why I do like the aspect of just buying cards that you want, single cards. Not just, buying boxes and hoping for the best. I think the more that you buy, less risk you're going to have, because you're going to hit something, or you're going to have more of stuff that people are going to want. But yeah, that's where we're at. Now, next wild card game is the American League game, Oakland versus Tampa. Should be a good game. I think that's going to be a really good game. They're both very similar teams. I think Oakland should win. I think they do have the better team. But I don't know. Hopefully one of these teams can knock out the Astros. I know some people go, we want to beat the best. I don't care about that. I just want to win the World Series. Whatever makes that happen is what I want to do. Would I love that we beat the Astros? Sure I do. But they are a tough team, and they got the pitching to boot. Hopefully Greinke gets, he doesn't like New York. It's too crazy, fast-paced for him. So maybe, who knows, they probably wouldn't even pitch him in New York. He might have a nervous breakdown. which I don't get. The guy was like, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I don't want to pitch in big markets. What's the playoffs? Playoffs is like the biggest thing ever. You probably should just sign with you should just stay with the Royals or the Pirates. Teams that don't go. The Mets, teams that don't go to the playoffs ever. Yeah, he could have gone to the New York market, just play for the Mets. Don't worry. You ain't going to sniff the playoffs. No, I think the Mets are going to be good. Hopefully they get rid of their manager. I don't think he's the right manager for them. But yeah. I know the Braves, with Mr. Acuna, he better start doing something. I don't want to hear nothing about, his leg is bothering him. That's why they shut him down, and he should be good to go. I need my Acunas to start going back up so I can sell them. They're starting to go down a little bit. It's crazy. They were going for 130, 140. As soon as he wasn't getting the 40-40, they're now around $100. Good opportunity to buy because you saw where they could go. I've seen them as high as 170, 175 for a 2018 Topps update. So you have a good range. You know where it can go. You see how high it's been already. And of course it can go higher, but 140, 130, 140, 150 is the high mark this year for that card. So if you're buying them at 90, 100, and then you're able to sell them at that high price, but it's going to be a short window you have, unless you wait next year. So just stuff to think about. All right, I'm at my job, svacardcollectors.com. Also, download the Flick Chat app where we have good conversations and we mess around with people. And you guys know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke. Later, people.